Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video we're gonna talk about the different rules in pluralizing singular nouns. But before we begin, let's take a look at this sentence and let's read and analyze. Today I pick up a few things at the stores, and then I pick up my child's at school. Just a regular day in my lives, like many other days. What have you noticed in this sentence? Please comment down below your observations. As the problems in that sentence demonstrate, it's important to pay attention to whether the nouns we use are singular or plural, and to know how to make nouns plural the right way. Most nouns are easily made plural, but as with a lot of things in the English language, there are a few nouns for which different rules apply. As we know, a noun is a word that is used to describe a person, place, thing, or feeling. And nouns can come in several different forms, including singular noun, which names one thing, and a plural noun, which names two or more. Many times, a noun must describe more than one person, place, or thing. And anytime the noun describes more than one, it becomes plural and must usually be altered to reflect the change from singular to plural. Now, let's talk about the different noun spellings and how their spelling affects the different plural forms. Most nouns only need to have an S added to them to switch from singular to plural. And if you look around, whatever space you are in, most of the objects you can see are probably nouns that only require adding an S. Here are the example nouns. Okay, first we have the noun ant. So we add S to make it plural, it becomes ants. And then we have bicycle, becomes bicycles. And cow, okay, we add S to it, it becomes cows. And in most cases, when the noun ends in a buzzing, shushing, or hissing sound like bush, buzz, or class, the plural form of the noun needs to have an ES added to the end. Let's take a look at these examples. Our first noun is beach. So we're gonna add ES. It becomes beaches. Inch becomes inches. Watch becomes watches. Bus becomes buses. And brush becomes brushes. But what about if the noun ends in O? Many nouns that end in O need an ES to make them plural. Here are our examples. We have dynamo becomes dynamos. Photo becomes photos. Piano becomes pianos. Radio becomes, that's right, it's radios. And solo becomes, very good, that's solos. Next up, nouns that end in Y. So what are we gonna do? Okay, so nouns that end in Y preceded by a consonant need two things to happen when converted to their plural form. The first is that the Y needs to be replaced with an I. And once the Y has been changed to I, ES needs to be added to make the word plural. Let's take a look at these example words or nouns. Okay, we have the word beauty. Okay, we're gonna add again, or we're gonna change I into I, and then we're gonna add ES, so beauty becomes beauties. That's correct. Then we have cherry becomes cherries. Correct. And we have curry becomes curries. We have diary becomes, what's the answer? That's correct. It's diaries. And we have duty becomes, correct, duties. Okay, but what about if the noun ends in a Y but is preceded by a vowel? What are we gonna do? Okay, the plural form only need an S added to the Y. Let's take a look at this example nouns. We have chimney. So again, we're only gonna add S, so it becomes chimneys. Donkey becomes donkeys. Guy becomes guys. Jersey becomes jerseys. And key becomes, very good, keys. But what about when the singular form of a noun ends in an F or FE? What are we gonna do? So they need to be replaced with a VES to make them plural. Here are example nouns. We have calf. Again, we're gonna change F into VS. Okay, so it becomes calves. Elf becomes elves. Half becomes halves. Knife becomes knives. And leaf, okay, what's the plural form of leaf? It becomes leaves. Very good. Well, most words that end in F do change to VS. There are exceptions to the rule, such as nouns like chef. We don't have to put VS, so it's just the same. We just have to add S. Still, it becomes chefs. Chief becomes chiefs. Clef becomes clefs. And giraffe becomes giraffes. And that ends our discussion about pluralizing nouns. And on my next video, we're gonna talk about personal and demonstrative pronouns. And if you have learned from this video, please be sure to like it and subscribe with notifications. See you on my next video. Bye!